Kamala Harris was a name that resonated through the corridors of justice, but not for the reasons one might expect. A former district attorney known for her unyielding pursuit of criminals, her track record was marred by controversial convictions and cases where justice seemed elusive. Now, under the guise of a radical socialist, she navigated the treacherous waters of political intrigue with a hidden agenda overthrowing the Republic's established government. Her public persona was a striking contrast to her private machinations. To the world, Kamala was a staunch advocate for the working class, a fiery politician railing against the injustices of the capitalist system. Her speeches were impassioned, her promises grand. But beneath the veneer of this radical socialist lay a cunning strategist with an entirely different mission. Kamala's career as a district attorney had cemented her reputation as a defender of the law, yet her actions spoke of a darker truth. Cases that had seemed straightforward were complicated by dubious evidence, and convictions that should have been questioned remained intact. It was as if the very scales of justice had been tilted in her favor. In private, she harbored a profound contempt for the system she was meant to uphold. When she stepped into the world of politics, Kamala adopted the role of an advocate for the marginalized, championing reforms that were, in reality, calculated moves to destabilize the existing order. Her strategy was meticulous. First, she would foster discontent among the populace with fiery rhetoric, making them believe that the Republic's government was corrupt and unredeemable. Her campaign speeches were filled with promises of a new, fair society. She spoke of dismantling the oppressive structures of capitalism and redistributing wealth. She gained the trust of the public with her populist charm, painting herself as a hero fighting against the entrenched elite. But her real goal was far more insidious. Kamala's plan was to exploit the very system she had once manipulated. She established secret networks of radical sympathizers and leveraged her influence to destabilize key institutions from within. Using her connections, she orchestrated protests, incited civil unrest, and subtly undermined the government's efforts to maintain order. Her most ingenious move was to use her former connections in the judicial system. Discreetly, she employed her old ally's son still within the system to feed misinformation, create false cases of police brutality, and amplify any signs of governmental overreach. Her strategy was to erode trust in the institutions that held the Republic together, making it ripe for the picking. In private meetings with her closest advisors, Kamala displayed a chilling resolve. They discussed the next steps in their covert revolution, hacking into governmental databases to steal sensitive information, leaking false intelligence to discredit key officials, and rallying the disenfranchised with promises of a new regime. One of her most daring operations involved staging a high-profile trial, where the evidence was fabricated to convict several high-ranking officials of corruption. The trial was a spectacle of fabricated evidence and misleading testimonies, skillfully orchestrated by Kamala's loyal operatives. The resulting public outcry was intense, fueling the flames of discontent and further eroding faith in the government. As the Republic teetered on the brink of chaos, Kamala prepared to unveil her ultimate weapon, a coalition of radical factions ready to seize power in the ensuing vacuum. Her careful planning was about to reach its climax, and she was ready to step into the limelight as the savior of the people, all while orchestrating the downfall of the very system she had long sought to destroy. But as the revolutionary fervor reached its peak, Kamala faced a challenge she hadn't anticipated. The government, though weakened, was not yet defeated. A dedicated faction of loyalists began to uncover traces of the covert operations that had destabilized the Republic. They started piecing together the puzzle of Kamala's intricate schemes and her true motivations. The final confrontation was a tense battle of wits and strategy. Kamala, cornered and desperate, realized that her grand scheme of a socialism revolution was slipping away. Her carefully laid plans were exposed, and the Republic's loyalists fought back with renewed vigor. In a dramatic twist, Kamala was forced to flee, her revolutionary dreams dashed, and her radical ideology exposed. The story of Kamala Harris became a cautionary tale of ambition and betrayal, a reminder that even the most seemingly noble crusades can mask the darkest intentions. Her rise and fall left a lasting impact on the Republic, illustrating the dangers of deception and the fragility of trust in the corridors of power.